Hey, TREKLAND, once again, it's time for the fourth season of the Improvised Generation here in LA. It's, I think we were talking about it being the best workplace Starfleet improv comedy you'll ever see anywhere. Original characters, I was thrilled to watch them last season. If you're through LA, their new season is starting up, and we've got some cast members here to talk about exactly how this works and why, if you can, you need to be there. Hey, we got a shuttle's worth of cast here. Because it is a full cast. So why don't I first off, we've got crew from the USS McGinley. Why don't you introduce yourselves, and then we'll talk about how you came together and what's ahead for this season.
Great.
So,
awesome. I am Laurie Jones, and I play Mara Culverson.
Tell us your position, and if there's anything interesting, like your ethnic background of the character, kind of even.
So Mara is a half Klingon, half human nurse, which often you wouldn't imagine that Klingon would be in a caring, nurturing position. So that's pretty fun.
And that's part of the texture. And Eliza.
I am Eliza Pearl, and I play Captain Georgia Thompson on the show.
My name is Rob Ullett. I play Counselor Chulok, so I'm the Vulcan ship's counselor. So the guy with no emotions dealing with everybody else's emotions.
Once again, an interesting texture to play.
And I'm Amanda Troop, and I play Lieutenant Commander Alaria Vina, and I am a Betazoid. And I was captured by the Borg, and so even though I was rescued and mostly rehabilitated, I still have Borg in my head. Which is complicated.
It is, as a lot of us know. Yeah. So this is the fourth season for the adventures of the USS McGinley. Why don't you, and I'm just going to throw it out there, you guys, just improv your way through out of the chaos and talk about just like a minute about the roots of the group, if people have not been lucky enough to see a show or hear about it so far.
Well, a few years ago, a few of us were in class together here at Impro Studio, studying narrative and genre improv, which is basically improvising a story from beginning to middle to end, completely improvising it, and studying that genre so deeply that you can speak in the whatever tone of that genre is, the vernacular.
With examples like?
Well, we do Jane Austen, there's Twilight Zone, there's romantic comedy, there's buddy cop. We've studied all these styles under the Impro Theater Company. And so now, under their tutelage, we have done 4.5 seasons of this show, The Improvised Generation, in the style of Star Trek.
Right, and what got me the first time I saw it was, and I've said this several times, I think improv show. That's a lot of fun, that's comedy, and you usually take, suggestions from the audience, and you ask for specific questions. But you all come into it with these characters, with backgrounds, with interplay, and that's all. Right? There's not even like the bones of a plot, no pun intended. Yeah. All right? It's totally improv, just giving your characters, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The shows are, like, we know who we are as characters, as we just told you, but that is it. There's no predetermined premise for each episode. We literally walk out on stage and ask for a simple suggestion, and that is all that we use to motivate what happens for the next 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah, everything is made up there. Now there is, canon from our own show, because we've been doing this for 4 years, so we have long-standing relationships that we can sort of lean on and rely on, and we sort of know each other's points of views and what their little buttons are that we can press and push into. Right. So that helps us a lot as well. But as far as what we are doing on stage, it is completely from just that one grain that's given to us.
Right, and I guess that would be a great reward, besides you all playing it on stage. That would be a great reward for your regular audience that you have. Because I'm sure you have regular fans that have, right? Please tell me you have fans that have come.
Oh, yeah.
We're excited to expand that for season 4 as well.
Yeah.
I think every season we've done, we've had people who came to every show, which is really awesome.
Yeah, it's really special.
Yeah.
Well, and last year I really saw you. I met some cast members 2 years ago, but at Comic-Con San Diego, you all did an away team performance down in San Diego, and that went over really well. And
and we have a YouTube channel as well, and we have people that are watching our Star Trek shows all around the world, and they want to know, what's Deadman up to? What's Captain Thompson doing? And so they, it's fun. I mean, we don't know what we're going to be doing,
Right.
but when you look at it as a whole, it somehow comes together as like a legitimate season of a TV show.
Okay, and the YouTube channel is?
I think it's YouTube/Improvised Gen
Yeah,
or
that's
Improvised
Improvised
Generation.
Generation.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think if you just search Improvised Generation, it'll come up.
Well,
But we do have we have it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've got Twitter and Facebook and
We
all
have
that.
Twitter.
People can find that.
Yeah.
But the best thing is to be, if you can be here in LA, if you're not here in LA to see it live, the YouTube channel is a great way to see the back catalog,
Yeah.
as it were. Well, people have an image of improv. Okay, great. So you bring the characters to it. Is it? Where is that line between? You're obviously role playing Next Generation era, Picard era Trek. Where is the line between how canon is it, how funny is it, that comedic line? I mean, if we have hardcore fans show up, are they going to be disappointed?
No, they're not going to.
I know the answer to these questions. I want you to say.
We have so many Trekkies in this cast. So many of us grew up watching Trek and going to conventions and all of the things. And so it's such a part of what we do. But at the end of the day, there's so much joy in our storytelling. So we're having a lot of fun, but keeping it Trek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we do our research. So we've watched a lot, if not all, of the Next Generation plus other shows over and
Many
over,
times over, yeah.
all the time. But on top of that, what we try to do is we try to capture the essence of the show, but we're not mimicking the show.
Right.
We're not recreating. No one's playing Riker. No one's playing.
I was going to say, you're not recreating characters. You've got
No.
your own characters, so
Yeah.
that's freeing right there.
For sure.
Right.
Right.
So we're what we're going for is the feel of the show and the acting style of the show, but mostly we're trying to play it very seriously. We're doing an homage to Trek, and so I think if you like Trek, we like Trek. So we're all on the same page.
Well, I love how you have a teaser, you have blackouts, you have opening credits, you have you have soap opera freeze tag moments going into commercials.
And when we were first talking about the show, yes, exactly. We
Yeah.
talk about how we would go to commercial, and sometimes we'll come back into the same scene. So we'll take a blackout, and then we'll come up in the same moment if that moment needs to continue, which is a lot of fun too.
Right. Right. So on the other hand, hopefully we've reassured all the folks that wonder if they're going to. You've never had anybody get up and stomp out of a house.
No.
Never.
I was going to say they wouldn't dare. It's too much because someone said the comedy just carries it. How about people who are the significant other of a big Trek fan who know nothing about Trek, but they appreciate improv. They like live theater. They like live shows.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is about relationships. And so anybody who likes comedy or storytelling in general is going to they're going to enjoy our show.
Yeah, and I'm going to say I caught you all tonight on a last dress rehearsal before you open next week. This coming Saturday. What's the date and time?
March 3rd.
Yeah,
Saturday.
good job.
Yes. We open Saturday, March 3rd at 9:15 p.m.
Okay. I was just going to say, I do know that you have your Klingon forehead on. Your half-human Klingon forehead, right?
In the
Yes,
show.
in the
In
show.
the
Yes,
show.
yes.
Not
Not
now,
usually
not
have
right
one.
No,
now.
not right now, but
Fine,
right,
yeah.
yes. And you've usually got your, Right. This was a rehearsal tonight. But yeah, everybody, it's and it's a simple black box, but, so it's got improv touches, the cubes and simple furniture and all that, but it's, you really create you have tech, you have sound effects, right? I don't know, this is 4 years, the McGinley is named for your original teacher, the USS, the ship is, right?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. If you're just in the Los Angeles area, if you're making a trip, you need to go by. It's just awesome. I don't know how anybody could come away, hardcore Trek fan, just a lover of improv and comedy, and not be entertained. I think the word is spreading as the years go by. And you got 9 weeks this year, right?
Yeah.
Nine episodes?
We're doing 9 shows once a week, Saturdays at 9:15, and we've been so grateful to have Impro Studio as our space, and to have Trekkies in our audience, and even people who aren't Trekkies at all in our audience, and they come away with something that is really special and in the moment, and you only see it that one time. So we hope that we can get more people to come check us out and see us out in the world and on YouTube and everywhere else.
Yeah, well, there's YouTube. I hope people can get to LA. I hope you all find ways to break out of your holodeck here in LA and get out further into the
I'll
world.
do one of my away mission somewhere.
Yeah. Well, let's see how far away we can beam away. But until then, I hope everybody's following. And good luck on the upcoming 4th season.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And may the McGinley fly, I started to say fly well and prosper, but that's a little
That's
bit.
improv.
You take it?
That's
Yeah.
improv.
Okay, guys. Thanks a
Fly
lot.
well and
Good luck.
Are you guys using this holodeck?
Oh no,
Can I,
it's a computer and program.
Computer and program?